I'm here to talk about our app. It gives you unlimited streaming of all our videos, and we make sure there are no ads, no funny links and no suggested videos. Head to app.cosmickids.com. Pick a monthly or an annual subscription, and then you get a 2-week free trial to see if you like it. Every single video we've ever made is on there, and all our new and future videos too. There's loads on there, enough to keep a Cosmic Kids fan busy for hours with their yoga and mindfulness.
Yoga Club. Hello and welcome to Yoga Club. In this week's video, we bring the beach to our house or garden with our super sandy and sunny Yoga Club. If you're looking for some fun things to do, you can always download our special 30 days of play activity pack. Go to cosmic-kids.com/30-days-of-play and get your free pack. Now, before we start playing in the sand and sea, let's hear a few messages from you. Hello to Cassie, who writes to tell me how much she enjoyed the video where we made banana bread. Yes, my special banana themed video mix. I loved doing that. Also good to hear how much you love your super yoga. I love your idea of doing a Tom and Jerry themed yoga adventure. We have loads of individual yoga adventure videos over on the Cosmic Kids app, which I hope you can sign up for soon. You'd love it, Cassie. And it's so good to hear you're enjoying your yoga quest too. You will make it to Party Town, I know it. Thanks for writing in, and I will keep making the videos for you. Hello to Shipra and Aishvi in Edinburgh. I love that you are doing your Cosmic Kids every evening, and a big happy 6th birthday for July the 12th. I hope you had a fantastic day. Hello to Julian, and thanks for the new ideas, Julian. More Star Wars, one about a little wolf pup who learns how to howl. I love that idea. And Henry Huggins and Ramona, which I need to check out. I also like the idea of incorporating some Tai Chi. Perhaps that could be what helps little Wolf find his howl. Nice. Hello to Abby in the Philippines. Thanks for writing, Abby, and telling me your favourite Cosmic Kids adventure is Mimi the Mermaid. Also, thanks for the idea to do a Carmen Sandiego Yoga Club. Well, I need to look at what that is. Thank you. And finally, a big hello to Violet, who is 5. Thanks for the idea, Violet, to do a unicorn baby Pegasus yoga adventure. I am hoping to share positive news soon on something on those lines. So don't forget, the Cosmic Kids app is where you'll find all the yoga videos, loads more than we have on YouTube. There's Mario, Minions, Beauty and the Beast, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman. The list goes on and on. Go to app.cosmickids.com and try them all with the free trial. And you can keep messaging me at the email yogaclub@cosmickids.com. I will read everything and do my best to get you a shout out here on our Yoga Club Hello. But now it's time for the beach. Get your bucket and spade, pop on your sunscreen, and let's go. The Cosmic Kids Yoga Pose Universe. Whale pose. Coming down to lie on our backs. Feet flat, knees bent, lying all the way down with our arms down by our side. Hands flat too. Now we lift up our hips as we say bubble, bubble, bubble. And at the top we go pop. Yay! And lower all the way back down. Shall we try it again? Here we go. Lifting our hips. Bubble, 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 pop. Yay! Well done, everyone. Now, whales are some of the biggest mammals in the world. And I don't know if you can see, but there's one right over there. If we wait a little bit, it might come a bit closer and we'll see how big it is. Whale pose is very good for calming our minds and for very strong, lovely backs and legs. Let's lower all the way back down again, nice and slowly. Whoa! Can you see it? It's a whopper! whale pose. Shark pose. Coming to lie on our tummies, we crisscross our fingers behind our backs and lift up our arms like we're lifting up our shark's fin and gliding through the water, going doo-doo, 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 lolling from side to side. Now, shark pose is really, really good for opening our chest and stretching the whole of our shoulders. It's also very good for strengthening our backs. Oh, afternoon, Mr. Shark. Lovely water, isn't it? Keep lolling, everyone. Lolling, 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 lolling. Shark pose. Hello everyone, welcome to Cosmic Kids. I'm Jamie and this is your place for yoga, stories and fun. It's easy, just copy the moves I do and enjoy the adventure. Now we always start in the same way, and that's by sitting on our bottoms, crossing our legs and bringing our hands together at our hearts and saying our secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. There. Now we're ready to begin. And today we've got a special adventure which is inspired by the Disney movie Moana. So we're off to a Polynesian island called Motunui, which is where Moana lives. And that's why I'm wearing my flower crown. But before we go, we have to go back in time to learn about the legend of a goddess called Te Fiti. Coming up to stand in goddess pose, everyone. Taking your feet wide, turning your toes out and bending your knees. Take your arms out wide and bring up your hands, coming into your goddess pose. Now, Te Fiti is the goddess that breathes life into the oceans and the islands. Let's breathe in and lift up. And let's breathe out and send life to all of the oceans. We breathe in and lift up. And we breathe out and we give life to all of the islands. Now, Te Fiti has a beautiful green stone at her heart, which has got a spiral shape on it. Let's come into rock pose. Coming down onto your knees, we fold our body forwards over our legs and take our head down. Now, this is where she gets all of her life-giving power from. But one day it gets stolen by the demigod Maui. Coming up to stand in our Maui pose. Up we come with our legs wide and our arms wide. We turn our hands, make them into fists and bring them up, showing our muscles. Now we give them a kiss like Maui does. Mwah, mwah. He takes the stone and he uses his magical fish hook. Let's come into our fish hook pose. Turning to the side, reach one of your arms up and take your other hand to the other side. Now see if you can balance and try and get your foot behind you. Whoop! Try not to wobble. And see if you can kick your foot a little bit, coming into your fish hook pose. Yes! Well done, everyone. But he turns himself into a hawk and he flies away to escape. Now see if you can stretch your leg back behind you, your arms out to the side, coming into your flying pose. And coming up to stand. Well done, everyone. But on his way escaping, he gets attacked by a lava demon called Te Kā. Coming into our volcano pose. Down onto your knees, everyone. Hands down in between your knees. As we breathe in, let's lift up. Here we go. And as we breathe out, let's whoosh lava to the sky. Whoosh. And again, breathing in. And whoosh some lava. Whoosh. Oh no, this sends Maui's fish hook and the heartstone of Te Fiti flying into the ocean. Now, 1,000 years later, on the island of Motunui, Moana is a baby girl. Let's come into rock the baby pose. Sitting on your bottoms with your legs out long in front of you. Take hold of one of your feet and pop it in the crook of your elbow. Now give it a little cuddle, like you're cradling a little baby Moana. Oh, she's so sweet. Now she is in fact
the daughter and heir to the chief of Motunui. Let's switch sides, popping your leg down, lifting up the other one and putting that in your elbow and giving your baby a little cradle on the other side. Oh, baby Moana. She loves stories and she really enjoys playing with the ocean. She likes running towards it. Coming up to stand, everyone, and let's run into the waves with Moana. Run, run, run into the waves. But all of a sudden, a beautiful green stone appears. It's the heart stone of Te Fiti. Moana squats all the way down and she scoops up the beautiful stone. Wow! So beautiful. It has chosen her. All of a sudden, her father Tui calls for her and she stands up. Oh dear, she drops the stone back in the water. Moana's daddy doesn't like how much the water seems to call to her. Now Moana is 16 years old, bringing your hands onto your hips and standing nice and proud. Moana is now chief in training. But the island of Motunui is running out of food. Let's have a look inside the coconuts. Coming into coconut pose, sitting on your bottoms, drawing the soles of your feet together, holding onto your feet and folding your head all the way down towards your toes. Now we look inside the coconut by lifting up our heads. Here we go. Oh no, they're all black and burnt inside. And what about the fish? Let's come into fish pose. Sitting up nice and tall and point your toes away from you. Now come down onto your elbows and pop, pop, pop your chest up to the sky, maybe looking up or back behind you in your fish pose. Now all the fish look to be gone from the ocean too. Coming up to sit, everyone. Moana goes against her father's wishes and she takes a little boat beyond the reef to go and find more fish. Coming into boat pose. Take your hands behind you and lift up one foot, lift up two, lift up one hand, lift up no hands. Oh dear, but she goes with her little pet pig, Paw. Sitting up nice and tall, everyone. Take your feet wide, keeping your knees bent. Take your hands inside your feet and open your shoulders, coming into your piggy paw pose. And let's make a little noise like Paw as well. Very good. But the ocean is so rough and it rocks and rolls them all over the place. Coming into rock and roll pose. Sitting up nice and tall, hug your knees and then tuck your chin. We're going to rock all the way back and all the way up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Whee! And again. 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Whee! Well done, everyone. Oh dear, it throws them out of their boat and they have to swim on their tummies back to the shore. Coming to your tummy, everyone, lying all the way down and using your feet and your hands and your arms to swim back to the shore. Now, waiting there for Moana is her grandmother, Tala, who wants to help Moana learn her destiny. So she takes her to a secret cave. Coming up to stand, everyone. Let's come into our cave pose. Taking our feet wide and our arms wide, bring your hands above your head, making your palms touch above your head. Inside this cave, there are the most beautiful, huge boats. Coming to boat pose, onto our bottoms, everyone. Taking your hands back behind you. Lift up one foot, lift up two, lift up one hand, lift up no hands. There's also the most enormous waterfall in the cave. Lying down on your back, spreading your arms wide and pointing your toes up to the sky. Yes! Now Moana must bang the drum 3 times to find out who she really is. So we cross our legs and we rock up to sit. Yes! Turning to the front, everyone. We bang the drum 3 times. Here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Moana looks through her cosmonoculars, joining your thumbs and fingers together. Have a look through. Wow! She sees. I am a voyager, sailing and discovering new islands across the world. I must make the island well again. Lowering your hands, everyone. Moana comes up to stand from cross-legged without touching her hands on the floor. Ready? Whoop! And she runs out of the cave to tell her grandmother, I am a voyager! Now that night, Moana's grandmother Tala falls ill and she lies in her tent. Coming to lie on your back, everyone, your arms and your legs long. All of this time, Moana's grandmother has been looking after something. That green stone heart of Te Fiti. She reaches up to give it to her granddaughter now as she says, "Go, the ocean chose you. You must find Maui and return the heart to Te Fiti." And with that, she lies back and takes her last breath. Coming up to sit, everyone. Moana knows now what she must do. She must find Maui. So she sets sail in one of the big boats. Taking your hands back behind you, lift up one foot, lift up two, lift up one hand, lift up no hands. Now lift up your mast, setting sail. Now, Moana realises the following day that she's not alone. Stowed away is in fact her funny pet rooster. Hey, hey, let's come into our chicken pose. Up onto your tippy toes, everyone, and using your fingers to help you balance in your crouch position. Now see if you can take your fingers off. Oop, try not to wobble. Put your hands on your hips, roll your shoulders back and make yourself two little chicken wings. And let's make our chicken noise. Yes! Now following along behind her is the spirit of her grandmother as a beautiful sparkling white manta ray. Coming onto your tummies, everyone, taking your arms wide and pointing your toes back behind you. We lift up our chests as we soar through the ocean like a manta ray. Whoosh! But that night, later on, Moana and Hei Hei are hit by a big storm. Coming up to stand, everyone, with your legs wide and your arms wide. We begin to spin. The lightning bolts from the sky. Oh no! And there's claps of thunder above our heads. Let's clap our hands. And there's more lightning as we spin a little bit more. And there's another clap of thunder. Clapping your hands. Oh no! The boat goes upside down, bringing your hands onto your hips and folding your body all the way forwards to look upside down through your legs. Ah! Rolling back up to stand. Moana and Hei Hei huddle up together, sitting on your bottoms, giving your knees a big cuddle. They hold on tight to the boat and they close their eyes, hoping that they're going to be okay. And in the morning when they wake up, they open their eyes and they find that they're in fact stranded on a desert island. Moana can hear something, so she rubs her ears from the bottoms all the way round to the tops. It's the sound of her voice. It's Maui, the demigod's voice, coming up to stand in our Maui pose. Legs wide, arms wide. Make your hands into fists and bring them up to show us your muscles. Now let's give them a kiss like Maui does. Mwah, mwah. Moana demands that he comes onto her boat and that he helps her restore the heart to Te Fiti. But Maui's got other ideas and he puts Moana in a cave. Reach your arms all the way up above your head. He wants to steal her boat so that he can go and find his magical fish hook. But Moana's clever. Moana uses yoga to escape from the cave. Coming to sit in bridge pose, everyone. Knees bent, feet flat, hands behind you, and lift your bottom up to wiggle out of a hole in the roof of the cave. Moana comes up to stand. She reaches her arms above her head and she dives forward, folding all the way down to get back onto the boat. Now Maui tries to throw her off again, but the ocean wave keeps rolling her all the way back up to stand on it and keeps putting her back on. Maui turns to the front and he crosses his big arms. He refuses to help her return the Heartstone. He says it will attract dark creatures. But uh-oh, coming towards them now, it's the tiny coconut pirates, the Kakamora. Crouching down in a squat pose, everyone, and snuggle your arms in, making yourself into a tiny coconut pirate with your fingers and your face. Arrgh! They want the Heartstone too, and they fire arrows at Moana's boat. Coming into archer pose. Sitting on your bottoms, legs out long, take 2 fingers between your big toe and your second toe. Now draw your elbow and your knee all the way back and see if you can reach to touch your other toes. After 3, let's fire the arrow. 1, 2, 3, pew! Yes, let's do it on the other side. 2 fingers between your big toe and your second toe. Bring your elbow and your knee all the way back and reach forward with your fingers. Ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3, pew! They fire zip wires onto the boat to slide down, coming into slide pose, taking your feet all the way forward, pointing your toes and taking your hands back behind you, fingers point towards your bottom. Now press your whole body up in the air, making yourself into a slide. Yee-haw! Now Moana and Maui, in just the nick of time, with Hey Hey, manage to escape, sitting on your bottoms. And let's go, phew! Goodness me. Now Maui just wants to be a hero. So let's come into hero pose just for him. Up onto your knees, everyone. Take your hands in front of you and your feet wide. Snuggle your bottom down in between your ankles and crisscross your fingers, turning them inside out. Now lift them up above your head, coming into your hero pose. Now if that's a bit ouchy on your knees, you can lift your bum, bring your feet back under and sit back on your heels. Yes! Now Maui knows that he did wrong by taking the heart stone and he agrees to help her put it back. But first he needs to find his magical fishhook, and that means going to the realm of monsters, to Lalatai. Ah! Now Moana sits with her legs crossed. She wishes to sail and she asks Maui with her hands in Namaste, teach me to be a wayfinder. Maui has a powerful lesson for Moana. He tells her that she needs to see where she wants to go in her mind before she goes there. That's a very good lesson. Now the next day they arrive at a very big mountain. Coming up to stand in mountain pose, everyone. Your feet hip distance apart, your arms down by your sides. This is Lalatai, the realm of monsters. Maui and Moana climb up the mountain together. Here we go. Up we go, up we go, up we go. At the top, Maui does a special dance. Jump your feet wide and bend your knees. He takes hold of one of his elbows as he says, Anix. Then he does it on the other side. Anix. Then he flutters and shimmers his hands all around as he says, Howie. He puts his hands on his hips and he does a big blow. Suddenly, a giant floor door opens beneath them, holding onto opposite elbows and lift them up above your head. Now Maui, followed by Moana, jump down into the hole. After 3, let's jump down to crouch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boing! Oh. At the bottom, there are lots and lots of monsters. Coming into our monster pose, everyone. Take your feet wide, holding onto your ankles. Let's lift up our feet as we clomp about like a monster. Clump, 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 clump. Rolling all the way back up to stand. Now the scariest and sparkliest of all the monsters is in fact a giant crab called Tamatoa, who has a beautiful gold encrusted shell. Lots of treasures on it. Coming into our crab pose, sitting on your bottoms, knees bent, feet flat, hands behind you, and lift your bottom up. Now he's a right gold digger and he loves everything shiny. So we're going to go digger, digger, digger and kick our leg and say shiny. Come on. Digger, 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 digger.
Shiny!
And the other way. Digger, 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 digger.
Shiny!
Then Maui spots it. His fishhook. It's right on his back. Coming up into our fishhook pose, everyone. Standing up, taking your arm up, taking your hand to the side. Now holding onto your foot behind you, trying not to wobble as you kick your foot a little bit, coming into your fishhook pose. Yes, well done. Maui sneaks up on his tiptoes to go and get the fishhook. but he's a bit rusty with his magic, and Tamatoa catches him in a big crab claw hug. Turning to the front, arms wide, and wrap yourself up in a big crab claw hug. Help! Now Moana escapes from the cage she's been put in, taking big steps through some squelchy glow-in-the-dark stuff. Coming to the side and take a big step. Ready? Big squelchy step. And stepping it back again and again. Big squelchy step into the green glow-in-the-dark slime. This gives her an idea. She finds a barnacle. Coming into our barnacle oyster pose, sitting on your bottoms, soles of your feet together, holding onto your feet and folding your head all the way forwards. Now Moana covers the barnacle in the green glow-in-the-dark slime. So now it looks exactly like the green heartstone of Te Fiti. She throws it up in the air, so Tamatoa goes chasing after it. Coming into a crouch position, onto your tippy toes, everyone. After 3, we're going to jump up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! He goes after it because he loves treasure so much, and Maui and Moana can escape. Phew! Now Maui can practice using his fishhook and turning himself into some animals. But he's not really very good when he starts out. He starts off by turning himself into a shark head. Coming into our shark head pose, everyone. Lying on your tummies and crisscrossing your fingers behind your back. Lift up your shark fin and loll from side to side. Oh dear, this isn't much good. Then he turns himself into a starfish. Coming up to stand in your starfish pose. Legs wide, arms wide. Oh dear. Next he turns himself into a chicken, like hey hey. Oh, coming into our chicken pose. Feet together, crouching all the way down. Now seeing if you can balance with your hands on your hips, your shoulders and your elbows all the way back, and making a chicken sound. And finally, he turns himself back into Maui again, except this time he's lying on his tummy with a shark's tail. Oh, coming onto your tummy, everyone. Hands under your shoulders and cross your ankles. Now lift and lower your feet like you've got a shark's tail. I don't know. Coming up to sit. He needs more practice. Moana, on the other hand, has been really learning how to sail. And she's finally learnt how to read the stars in the sky. Coming up into our star pose, taking your feet wide and your arms wide. Maui thinks she's ready, and he gives her the oar to steer the boat. Let's take the oar now, everyone. Sitting on your bottoms, legs out long. Take hold of one of your feet to be your oar. Moana knows what she should do, and she rows towards Te Fiti across the sea to return the Heartstone. Let's sing together. Row, row, row the boat gently cross the sea. We need to get the Heartstone to Te Fiti. There's a bit further to go, so she rows with the other oar. Putting that one down, lifting up the other side. Let's row again. Here we go. Row, row, row the boat gently cross the sea. We need to get the Heartstone to Te Fiti. They arrive at Te Fiti, but Te Kā is there again, erupting her lava bombs. Coming into your volcano pose again, everyone. Onto your knees, hands down. Let's breathe in and lift up. And let's breathe out with a whoosh of lava to the sky. Whoosh. Breathing in, lift up. And whooshing some lava. Whoosh. Oh no, it manages to crack and burn Maui's fish hook. He's very angry about this, and he turns himself into a hawk and he flies away. Coming up in our flying pose on the other side now, everyone. Standing tall, lift up one of your legs, try not to wobble. Now send your foot all the way back behind you, using your arms for balance. Make your leg as strong as you can be in your flying pose. And coming all the way up to stand. He's left Moana and Hei Hei all by themselves on the boat again. Sitting down, Moana hugs her knees. She thinks, I'm clearly not the one to return the Heartstone to Te Fiti. She comes onto her knees and she reaches up with the Heartstone, handing it back to the ocean as she says, Choose someone else to return it. The ocean takes the stone from her and she lowers her arms. But as she does, the spirit of her grandmother appears on the boat, Tala, to give her a big hug. Coming up onto your knees, everyone, your arms wide, and wrap yourself up in that beautiful, warm, loving hug. She helps Moana find her inspiration again, and Moana believes in herself. She sits back on her heels, brings her hands to prayer at her heart, and she sings, "Come what may, I'll find a way." Then, with a twinkle in her eye, with real determination, she says, "I am Moana." Then she surfs on her boat with Hei Hei all by herself back to Te Fiti. Coming up into surfer pose, everyone. Stepping one leg forward, one leg back, and bend your knee. Open your arms up and out, and let's surf back to Te Kā and Te Fiti. Whoosh! When she gets there, Te Kā is waiting for her and she chases Moana. So Moana jumps and surfs the other way. 1, 2, 3, whoosh! Te Kā follows her and Moana finds a way in. Just in the nick of time, Maui returns as a whale to splash Te Kā. Coming into whale pose, lying on your backs, everyone. Knees bent, feet flat, hands down by your sides. Let's lift up our hips as we go bubble, 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 splash! And then lowering them all the way back down. He then turns himself into a shark again, but this time a full shark. Rolling over onto your tummies, everyone, and take your hands behind your back. Lift up your shark fin and let's loll and nibble Te Kā's arm. Nibble, 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 nibble. Coming up to stand, everyone. This gives Moana her chance, and she climbs up the mountain with the heart stone. Here we go. Up we go, up we go, up we go. At the top, she takes a big step to see Te Fiti. Coming to the side, and let's take a big step forwards. Here we go. Big step. But Te Fiti isn't there. Moana turns to face the other way, and she looks back at Te Kā. Now she sees in Te Kā's heart the same spiral shape of the heartstone, and she understands. Te Kā is Te Fiti. She stretches her legs long and she holds up the stone, pointing it directly at Te Kā, so it beams brightly towards her and catches Te Kā's eye. Te Kā begins to crawl like a tiger towards Moana. Coming down onto your hands and your knees, everyone. Reach forward with one hand, reach back with your opposite leg, and crawl like Te Kā. And the other way. Reach forward with one hand, back with your other leg, and Moana has total faith, and she sits back on her heels. She bows her head forward, her head meeting with Te Kā's head as she takes one hand on top of the other, presses her hands forward with the heartstone inside it into Te Kā's heart as she says, "You will know who you truly are." And then the magic happens. Te Kā suddenly turns back into Te Fiti, growing up green and tall. Sitting on your bottoms, everyone, legs out in front of you. Sweep your legs round to one side. Te Fiti sweeps round, twisting all the way around her to return life to the oceans and the islands. Then she goes the other way, taking your legs the other side, sweeping all the way round, twisting around to bring Maui a new fish hook and Moana a brand new boat. Crossing your legs, Maui and Moana say namaste. Namaste. Now Moana returns home to Motunui with Hei Hei as a hero. She teaches the villagers to become voyagers again, so they set sail in their boats. Coming into our boat pose, everyone. Sitting up tall, lift up one leg, lift up two, lift up one hand, lift up no hands. Bravely they go, exploring and discovering new islands across the world. We lie ourselves all the way back now, our legs and our arms long, taking a few moments to enjoy some peaceful rest time after what has been such an epic adventure. We learnt so much along the way with Moana. We learnt how to truly believe in ourselves. That when times get hard, we can always dig a little bit deeper and we can always find the power and the strength that we need. That belief in ourselves is what sits at the core of it all. With determination, we can do anything. Even the little people can do extraordinary things. All it takes is that belief. And we also learnt to become wayfinders. That amazing lesson about seeing where we must want to go in our minds before we go there. That's what makes it happen. The power of our mind. We will always win if we believe in ourselves. Come what may, we'll find a way. Now it's time to wake up. So we wiggle our fingers, we wiggle our toes. We take a big stretch, pointing our toes and our arms away from us, then drawing our knees into our chest, giving them a cuddle and rolling over onto our sides. We open our eyes as we come up to sit, and we cross our legs and bring our hands together at our hearts. And we finish just the way we started, with our secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Thanks for coming on the Moana adventure with me. You were amazing. I hope you come back soon for another Cosmic Kids adventure. Bye-bye. I'd like to share a clever and very easy tool with you, which I find helps me feel brave, calm, and focused. It's called anchoring. Just like a boat that bobs along, being carried by the wind and waves, when we want it to stop and stay in the same place for a while, we drop its anchor. The same goes for us. Like a boat, we're blown around and tossed by the waves of life. Everyone will have their own anchor, as it's very personal to you. The anchor I use the most is thinking about my dog, Spence. It works in a couple of different ways. First, whenever I say his name, Spence, I feel immediately calmer, happier, like I'm cuddling him and nuzzling my nose into the soft fur behind his ears. Secondly, when I've had to talk in front of lots of people, I imagine big pictures of Spence all over the walls behind everyone. And there he is, in my mind. Everyone will have a different thing that works for them. It might be a pet, like Spence, or another person, or perhaps a moment in your life so far, or even a place that works for you. Something that you can call up and remember right when you want to feel good. I'd like to help you find your anchor. The thing that makes you feel calmest and happiest. So you can call it up whenever you want to feel really good. Once we've worked it out, we'll work out the easiest, quickest way for you to connect with it, so you can use it whenever you need it. First, I'd like you to close your eyes. Be nice and still here. Breathing. Getting used to having your eyes closed and listening to my voice. I'd like you to think about a time or place when you felt calm and relaxed.
strong and comfortable. Peace out. Starfish. Hello, Jamie here. Welcome to Peace Out. First, find yourself a space on the floor to lie down. Big enough so you can have your legs and arms stretched out in a star shape. To start off, just be in a relaxed star shape. Get settled and do any last fidgets you need to do to feel happy and comfortable here. Take a couple of nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And with this next breath out, let your eyes gently close. Well done. Now you're settled, you're ready to be a starfish. Can you imagine a starfish? With 5 points coming out from its centre. Choose what colour you'd like it to be. Starfish can be all sorts of colours, so make it the colour you'd like. You can make it patterned too if you like. Spotty or stripy, maybe even sparkly with glitter. Good job. What a great starfish you have in your mind. Now see if you can make your body just like the starfish in your imagination. Make the shape with your body. Your legs are 2 of the points, your arms are the other 2, and your neck and head are the 5th point. Now fill yourself with the colour you chose, and if you added a pattern, put that on too. That's it. Starfish are amazing creatures. Everything happens in the middle of their body. Their mouth is in the middle, their tummy is in the middle, and they breathe from the middle as well. Just like a starfish, we can breathe from our middles too when we want to. Let's try starfish breathing and see if we can make our breath go from our middle and reach right to the end of our star points. Start by breathing out all the air inside you, so you're completely empty. Now start to breathe in, and notice as your middle starts to fill, your breath also spreads and starts to stretch the 5 points of your star right out. Your arms and legs stretching out, your head and neck stretching up. And now breathe out, relaxing your body as the breath leaves and your tummy goes down. Try it again, breathing in deeply and slowly, the breath stretching the 5 points of your star right to your fingers, toes, and up to the top of your head, and relax, letting it all go. Your star points spread, but nice and floppy. One more big starfish breath from your middle. Breathe in, filling all the way up, stretching to the ends of your star shape. Stretch, 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 and relax, letting it all go. Well done. You've done some great starfish breathing, and your body has had a good stretch too. Enjoy letting your breath be normal again, and notice the restful, calm feeling that has come from this lovely stretching and breathing. It's quite nice being a starfish, isn't it?
Now we come back. Hear the sounds around you. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes and roll your wrists and ankles around in a circle. That's it. Roll over onto your side and push yourself up to sit. Open your eyes and take a moment to be pleased with yourself for doing something good for yourself, for your body and mind. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie, saying peace out.